Hello student. In last lecture we discussed about the radial feeder uses overcurrent protection. Okay, so this is the radial system and how it protect by using the circuit breaker. Okay, so in today lecture we discuss about the time graded protection scheme. Okay, so definite time overcurrent relays operating with a time delay, and relay time is increasing in order from a far end of feeder to the source. Okay, so relay time, two type of time setting here we have. One is a definite time and another one is a inverse time. Okay, so delay in the time setting of two adjacent relay is usually 0.5 second, and difference is to cover the operating type of the circuit breaker. Okay, so why this is we provide the 0.5 second delay, because to cover the operating time of circuit breaker, because circuit breaker and relay contacts take some time to close and open the circuit breaker. Okay, so for example, this is the one system, radial system, in which we have a three bus bar A, B, C, and we have a three circuit breaker. Okay, so this is, if we name this circuit breaker A, this circuit breaker is B, and this circuit breaker is C. Okay, so what is the operating time of all the circuit breaker? This circuit breaker have a operating time 0.5 second, then this circuit breaker have a 1 second, and this circuit breaker will have a 1.5 second. It means that whenever the any fault is occur, if fault is occur here, okay, so this all these three circuit breaker observe the fault, or we can say that currents in all the circuit breaker secondary will start increase. Okay, and it will reaches to the pickup value. Okay, so but due to time grading, we grade the time here. Okay, so whenever the fault is occur, this circuit breaker see this all the three circuit breakers see that there is any fault present in the system. Okay, but circuit breaker C has a least time. Okay, least time to operate. Okay, so it has a 0.5 second. So uh, when the time start, means when the current exceeds then its pickup value, first this circuit breaker C will gets open, because it has a lower operating time, 0.5 second. So if circuit breaker C will open, then A and B circuit breaker will does not open, because already a faulty part is thrown out from the system. Okay, so now we have a healthy system with a bus bar A and B, and bus bar C is now no connected with the further part of the transmission line. Okay, so this is how we divide the protection system according to the by using the time graded protection. Okay, so these are the all the explanation that I explained you. It is used when impedance between the two substation is low and fault current practically remains the constant for all feeder section. Okay, so this is two point where we use the time graded protection. Okay, now we have a current graded protection scheme. In current graded protection scheme, instantaneous overcurrent relays operating with the adjusting the pickup. Okay, so relay pickup in increasing order from the far end of the feeder to the source. Operating time of relay is set. Okay, so based on the relay pickup setting. Okay, so we have a the current graded system here. So relay of section B trips for faults between the section B and C. Okay, but does not trip for the fault beyond the section C. Okay, so if fault is present beyond the section C, then it will not operate. So this below figure is shown that if fault is this show the area. Okay, so if for a particular relay at the B, okay, this B will operate only if area is this. Okay, this is the area of protection by using the relay at bus bar B. Okay, so all the relays are sited such that it protects the line in 80% portion. Okay. It may not happen because of several reasons. Difficult to determine the amount of fault current accurately, and the relay may not perform the correct directly during the transient condition, and relay may not be able to discriminate the fault is border of two section. Okay, so sometimes we expect that the relay is only operate when the fault is between B and C, but sometimes this will not happen due to these reasons. Okay, these three reasons. To get the correct discrimination in the current graded protection scheme, a relay is said to protect about 80% of the part of the feeder line. Okay, as this scheme does not protect entire feeder, it is used with IDMT relay. Okay, so we have to use the IDMT relay in this protection system. Okay, in addition to this protection system. Now we combine the both the current and time graded system, and then we if we combine this two concept, then we use at that time we use the IDMT relay, which is also a combination of current and time graded system. Okay, so IDMT are the best suitable option for combined current and time graded scheme. Relay current setting is carried out based on the fault current level of equipment. Relay time setting is carried out progressively increasing order towards the source, and delay in the operating time of two adjacent relay is kept 0.5 second. Inverse time current graded characteristics is required when source impedance and line impedance value have a comprehensive difference. For such situation, relay trips faster for near end fold compared to the fold at the tail end. Okay, so if we use the inverse time graded system, then this will happen. So now we have one example in which example for an earth fault relay develops the fault at point F. Okay, so this is the two bus bar, and the fault current is 16,000 ampere. Okay, the IDMT relay at the point A and B are fed via 800 by 5 ampere. So this is the setting for CT, and the relay at B has a plug setting 125% and time multiplier setting is a 0.2. Okay, the circuit breaker takes the 0.2 second to clear the fault, and the relay error in a such case is a this is the time error. Okay, so 0.15 second. For a plug setting of 200% on a relay A, determine the minimum TMS on what relay for it not to operate before the circuit breaker at B has cleared the fault. Okay, so ideally, if fault is present at the location F, okay, so if fault is present here, then ideally what should system will do, only circuit breaker B should operate. Okay, and A remains closed. Okay, so what we have to determine the minimum TMS on that relay for it not to operate before the circuit breaker A. Okay, so we have to find the uh, minimum TMS for the relay A. Okay, so that it will not operate before the relay B. Okay, so how can we calculate? Okay, so first of all, find out the CT secondary current, okay, by using this formula. And for relay at the B, current setting is 125%. So 125% of 5 ampere is 6.25%. And if we want to find the PSM, then simply put all the values in this formula and you will get the PSM 60. Okay, so operating time at PSM 60 is a TMS 1 is a 2.5 second according to table given in the example, and TMS of relay at B is equal to 0.2. Okay, so operating time of relay B is 0.5 second. Okay, so discrimination time, how we can discriminate the time? Discrimination time is equal to operating time of circuit breaker B plus relay error. We also have a relay error, so and both the relay, we have a two relay, so we have to multiply it with 2. So if we calculate the discrimination time, then it will around 0.5 second. So operating time of relay A is operating time of relay B plus discrimination time. So we have a operating time of relay B is a zero point 0.5 and also discrimination time is also zero point 0.5. So overall we get the 1 second operating time of A. So we have to set the operating time of relay A at the 1. Okay, so now how we can set for currents? Okay, so for relay current setting is 200% of 5 ampere, so 10 ampere. So we can find easily PSM by using this, and operating time at PSM 10 is a TMS is equal to 1 and is a 3 second. Okay, so but actual operating time is required 1 second as we calculated above. So we have to set the TMS for relay, and by dividing the 1 with 3 we got the 0.33 second. So we have to set the TMS 0.33 seconds so that relay A will not operate before the relay B gets operated. Okay, so this is how we can calculate the discrimination time and all. Okay, so now we have another example. In this example, we have a two relays R1 and R2 connected in a two section of feeder. Cities are of ratio 1000 by 5 ampere, and plug setting of relay R1 is 100%, R2 is a 125%, and the operating time characteristics of relay are given as in shown in figure, and uh, the time grading scheme has a discriminative time margin 0.5 second between the relays, and three-phase short circuit fault at 4 F, F result in a fault current 5000 ampere, and find the actual operating time of R1 and R2. Okay, so actual ऑपरेटिंग टाइम फाइंड करना है हम लोगों को, तो सबसे पहले इसके लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? इफ वी वांट अ ऑपरेटिंग टाइम, then first we need to calculate the PMS. Okay, so by using this PMS we get the operating time easily. Okay, so CD ratio and all CD secondary current easily can be find at 25 ampere, and for relay R1 we have a, thousand sorry 100 time of 5 ampere, so same we have a same current 5 ampere, and PSM by using formula PSM calculate the PSM, and for PSM is equal to 5 we have a TMS 1 and operating time is 4.1 second, and TMS for relay R1 is a 0.3 by using the this graph. Okay, so by using this graph we can calculate the TMS for the R1 and operating time. So by using this graph we can calculate the operating time of relay R1, which is a multiplication of TMS of R1 and operating time. Okay, so we get the 1.23 second. Okay, so similarly we can calculate for relay R2. Okay, but for R2 relay we have to add the discrimination time. Okay, so because R2 is at the bus bar A, so we need to add discrimination time. So we get this time operating time, and then we calculate the PSM for the same, and by using this PMS we got the operating time, and but actual operating time required is this, then we have to divide both the things and we got the final TMS for the relay R2. Okay, so this is how we can calculate for two relays. Okay, so in next lecture we will see the directional overcurrent protective system. Okay, so up to now if you have any query related to example or related to theory, then definitely you can comment it down in a comment box. Thank you.